Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today the video starts a little bit unusual because we're in the basement and the pump is running, and normally I wait until the pump has stopped running before starting a video, but today I came into the basement, or down to the basement, and everything was wet, and I haven't even cleaned most of it. But yeah, we have had record amount of rain here, so it's a bit dark in here, but well, the water is all the way up there, so yeah, it has been overflowing, and I have my slipper sitting here because I have changed to some other shoes with where I don't get wet socks. It wasn't more than this amount of water, but still it was irritating. I had the pump that pumps out water from the well here, but I hadn't taken into account that we had gotten all of this rain, so it was set a bit low, so it has just been building up and building up. So from the pump I have two pipes. This pipe goes out into the garden and just disposes the water that way. This one goes out into the city rainwater thingy bob, and normally that is shut off, and I just take all the water and put it back into the garden. I have the idea that it's just going around and around and around, but well, right now I'm pumping it away because yeah, it's pretty irritating to have water on the floor down here. Everything gets wet. Nothing gets broken because this happens so often that I know not to leave anything important on the floor. So everything is on plastic and things, and well, okay, this box got a bit wet, but that's okay, I'll manage that. So, but we're gonna be messing with this battery today. Okay, I stopped the pump for a little bit so we can get this show on the road. A subscriber, Jonas, sent me this. Jonas, he sent me this battery ages ago, and I did a video trying to repair it, and I failed miserably. So today I'm gonna try again, and I have different attack vectors. First thing I'm gonna try is to disconnect the circuit board and connect it again. I have the idea that it might need a hard reset, and it's very difficult to dismount the positive and the negative leaves, and I didn't do that in that video, so that might be a good idea to try and disconnect everything. There is 1 and 2 connections, and then there is the censoring leads. There's 4 of those, and we'll try that, and if that works, great. If it does not work, I have purchased some other prints or PCBs or whatever thingies for this. So that was suggested in the last video. I do read all the comments, you know, and people said, why don't you just get a new replacement copycat PCB for it? And I didn't even know that that was a thing. So, but I found these, and they weren't too expensive. So I purchased, actually purchased 2 of them. So yeah, if this works, I have another one. I'm gonna try and disconnect this and connect it again and see if that fixes the problem. And the problem is that it just blinks here, and it's not taking a charge, and it's not putting any voltage out. And just to recap, multimeter in there. Do you see any power? We should see some power here. We do not see any significant power coming out. And if we measure on the batteries, there is a good 19 volts right there. So we should be getting power out on this 18 volt battery with 19 volts right there. They do not come out this way, so something is not as it should be. So I have been heating up the soldering iron over here, which we're gonna be using. So we're gonna take this apart. I'm just gonna remove the screws that holds the BMS this circuit board is the BMS. It protects the battery cells from under short circuit, temperature, all sorts of things, out of balance, whatever can happen to a battery like this. There's 10 cells here, and all of them has to be in balance, because otherwise when you charge it, or especially if you use it, you could be over discharging some of the batteries, and well, bad things might happen. So we need to heat this up quite a bit. These connectors that goes down to the battery are kind of beefy, so to unsolder those, it's gonna take some heat. It's on this side. That wasn't actually as hard as I thought it was gonna be. That's the negative lead that we disconnected there. So right now it should be off. I think everything is off. So if I short circuit stuff on the board, it should be reset. So my thinking is that I'm just gonna leave it a little bit, and then I'm gonna touch the negative connection here to the board again, and then see if the LED acts any differently, which it might, or it might not. And if it acts differently, we might have fixed it. Just well, you know, turn it off and turn it on, see what happens, just like Windows. I think that's long enough, so let's try and connect this again. There, should have a good connection. It still just blinks, but just for good measures, let's just measure if there's any output. There's probably not. It looks... What? Are you making fun of me? Okay. Plus, minus... Oh, we do actually see 13 volts now. But it just blinks there. Okay, we're gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna heat this up again and try and connect it and see if those 13 volts are worth anything, or if it's... we don't need to heat it up a lot. We just need it to just go through there again, so... Let's see. Did we get a connection? We got a connection. Yes. Just blinks at me, but what does the multimeter say? No, nothing is coming out. Still have 19 volts on the battery. So yeah, let's change the circuit board, the BMS, and see if that will fix our issue. So as I said, this is not too difficult. We will remove the negative and the positive lead. There is the negative lead. And over here is the positive lead. They have used a lot of solder there. Come on. There. That is off. Then these leads, they have kind of bended the wire around some hole down here, which is kind of irritating. I think if I try to get that, I might melt a lot of plastic. Oh. I don't know if I can do that. Okay, I got it. There. One side is off. We also need this plastic tower in the middle here at some point. we need to move that over to the new. We're gonna do that before we mount it because believe it or not, there's a lot of power in a battery like this, so if we do something really stupid, ow. Okay, that didn't look as good. Oh, that didn't become any prettier. Okay, I've cleaned it a bit, getting the solder off where I'm gonna be connecting it. So very interesting. And then we need this. We have like 3 wires. We have the negative one goes down here, so that needs to go into that hole, and it goes through, and it's soldered on the back as well. Yes, that's fine. And we have the positive one, needs to go up there, so that's and it says battery plus and battery minus. And then we have a red one in the middle. I am not entirely sure what this middle one does, but it goes down to something there which says T1. If anyone knows what T1 is, yeah, we need that as well. So we're gonna mount our little print here. I want those connections. I want to reuse those connections, so let's see the next one. Come on. Okay, so there we go. Takes some time to heat the cable up through the circuit board. It takes no time at all to heat my fingers up though. That was the too difficult one, I hope. That way. We got all 3 of them now. Now I have to be careful because this is blotchy one now. But now we should be able to take this off. There. We need to move that over to the new board. So this board is at the moment. It looks very similar to the one it's gonna we're replacing it with, so that is good. Oh, this goes up here. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna clean up these cable things so that they can go through the holes. That will make my day a lot easier. By the way, they are some good quality cables, very stiff, and I've been heating them a lot, and they haven't, the insulation hasn't melted at all, so yeah, that's really nice. There, and this thing in there, positive in here. T1 in there, and we should be able to fasten all of them from the back here, and then I'll just make sure that they're good afterwards. There, and we'll just turn this around. And I'll just give them a bit of solder on the other side to make sure that we have a very good connection. All the power for the power tool will go through these wires, so it's not a bad idea that they are Good. Yeah, wait, good. That's have to be good enough. I have no idea which is the best order to connect this. We need to connect it to the plus and the minus of the batteries, but also all of the balancing leads. I have no idea if there's some specific way that should be done in, but yeah, we're just gonna put it down there and we're gonna see what happens. Well, if it blows up, it makes good video. So yeah, let's see. This is ground, that's plus. We will benefit from putting it the right way around. So let's try and pop that in there, and pop that in there. So now it's kind of connected to plus and minus. I think we need to put some screws in so that we don't mount the board somewhere where it's not able to actually sit. If I solder these big connections, yeah, the board doesn't fit very well with the plastic, so that is an issue. There's no way. That's probably why it's cheap. Oh, we already got some other results than before. More LED lighted up. Okay, it seems like we should be happy with 2 screws, because up here the screws are not gonna be able to, well, maybe this one. I don't know if I can squeeze it enough. We're not gonna worry about the screws. If it works, we're gonna worry about the screws. If it doesn't work, we can worry later. So I'm gonna solder everything back together here. We're gonna need a lot of solder. So let's get going. Let's continue. Cool. Okay, everything is soldered in place. Let's see if we get any different result on the, yeah, it seems to be showing us something different. So what does the multimeter say? Are we getting any power out? Well, except that it's messing with me. 19.13 volts. Cool. So that seems very promising. So I think we can put the battery back in its case. Oh, we need to try and put in some of these screws. Is that gonna... it's not gonna happen. Screw hole is back there. Yeah, we're gonna put it back. We're gonna put in one back here, and then we're gonna get the hot glue gun. Oh, some tape. So that might be what's wrong with these boards. They had designed them wrong. The holes are not in a position where they can actually go into the plastic. So, okay. We have a bit of heat resistant tape here, so let's take it, make some use of that. Oh, we don't want that anywhere. Ah, come on. There. So that tape is going to hold it down a little bit, and then put it down here. That is cool. If we fix the battery, let's see, it goes that way. Oh, how was this sticky here that fell out? That's how fun there. Okay, got it. So we're gonna lower the battery down on top of it. There. Number 4 battery that we got from Jonas. I do believe this battery works perfectly fine now. 3 out of 4 bars. So I really should go and charge it up, but for video purposes, let's put it in a tool. Something that doesn't use too much, but will still show us that it works. My trusty Ryobi drill will probably do the trick. Very nice, it works. So let's go put it in the charger and get this back to its former glory. Okay, I don't have a lot of lights out here in the hallway, but this is where I charge my Ryobi batteries. Up here I have a 4 amp hour one. It should be fully charged 5. Yes, and here we have 2.5. I was out cutting branches in one of the last videos, so yeah, let's hope this works. Seems to be charging. Awesome. Awesome. Charging is done, and it took the right amount of time. If it shows that it has charged the battery in no time, there is also something wrong. With the battery fully charged, oh, we haven't actually seen that, but it is. I think we can try and put it in a tool that uses some more power. Who left this so dirty? I have an idea, but yeah, someone did. So let's see if it runs. Works very well. Awesome. So I must admit, it was very satisfying to get this up and running. Changing out this board that had stopped working with one of these boards that I got very cheap from China. 2 of these boards was 135 Danish kroners. And if you don't know what a Danish crown is, the price was about $8 and $1 shipping each. So a total of $18. A very fair price to get a nice, awesome battery like this 5 amp hour battery up and running again. I am a real sucker for these Ryobi tools. I love them a lot. But another thing that I really love a lot is to hear from you guys when you have been able to fix your battery. So if this video has helped you to fix your battery and get a new board for it, I will naturally leave some very nice affiliate links in the description. to where you can get this directly from China. I'll check if they're available on Amazon as well. So check the links in the description to see what I figured out. They can be a little bit difficult to find because, well, it's not a regular thing to get, but it isn't difficult to change it. It was like 6, 7, 8, 9 things that had to be sorted off and sorted back on. So not really a big deal. But if you would please leave a little comment that tells me that you were able to fix your... Really? But if you would please leave me a little comment to tell me that you were able to fix your batteries after watching my video. I love getting those messages. Knowing that I've helped people get their batteries back up and running really makes my day. So please do leave it in the comments below if it worked for you. Other than that, thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.